Now I got something to show you, and it's gonna be something momentous. Well, let's talk about Money in the Bank 2017. Now we had the first match which started the event off. It was the women's Money in the Bank ladder match with Carmella against Becky Lynch, against Tamina Snuka, against Charlotte, against Natalya. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room. First of all, I thought leading up to what was a complete shit ending, there was a lot of good moments. There were a lot of good spots. The women in the match, they were working beautifully. It looked as though Tamina, at some points, at least what I thought, that Tamina was going to win. Tamina was going to win because she looked so dominant against the others. But let's talk about the big moment. Becky Lynch is climbing up the Money in the Bank, climbing up to get the Money in the Bank briefcase, and James Ellsworth pushes her off the ladder. You know what? That's fine. That's fine. If it had just ended there. But the fact is, he climbs up the ladder, unhooks the briefcase, and drops it down to where Carmella is. What the actual living... Sorry, I had to compose myself. Sorry about that. This was built up as a historic match. A historic match for all of womankind in the world of professional wrestling. And you have James Ellsworth come up, take the briefcase, and just simply give it to Carmella. You couldn't even have the decency to have Carmella climb up by herself to do it. She had to have James Ellsworth do it. I don't know what else to say. Carmella's Mrs. Money in the Bank. Just a complete shit ending. It was really, really bad. After that, we had the New Day taking on the Usos for the SmackDown Live Tag Team Championships. Usos, they very much impressed me in this match, showing why they are the SmackDown Live Tag Team Champions and why they truly are a great and phenomenal tag team. And I thought it was built up really well into the match, until, once again, the ending was completely ruined when you had the Usos lose via countout. Just, wow. You had the first two shows, the first two matches of this card end with BS and BS ways. And automatically then I knew this probably wasn't going to be a really good card. This probably wasn't going to be a really good pay-per-view event when you had two finishes like this in a row. I mean, it's alright. I think it's alright, just because you can further the feud between New Day and the Usos. But the fact that you have this BS ending after another BS ending, it gets quite a few people pretty mad, including yours truly. After that, we had Naomi defending her SmackDown Live Women's Championship against Lana. God damn, Lana, you need to shut up. I mean, if you look back, she was screaming so much during the match, and it was making my ears bleed. And it was, generally the match was alright. It was passable. There was this spot that I thought was pretty awesome when Carmella came out and she was threatening to cash in, which I thought it was pretty cool. It adds that excitement and adds that energy that it needed, but last minute she was all like, never mind. And from that distraction, Naomi was able to counter into her submission, and she retained as her SmackDown Live Women's Champion. It was alright. Lana is really green in the ring, though. I think she could be even better. But like I said, she hasn't worked that many matches. And it wasn't a complete train wreck. After that, they had the audacity to run a Breezango skit. I thought it was alright because I happen to like the Fashion Police. And they were like, hey, we know we are the ones who trashed your little office. Meet us in the ring and we're going to fight. And it was alright, like I said, because I happen to like the Fashion Police. Also, Maria Kanellis, she's back in WWE, which was, I thought, one of the good points in the show, was that she was able to come back with the Miracle Mike Bennett. I think the fact that those two are in the company is really great. I don't like the fact that they're having this power of love thing going on. Like, it's really weird, and it's really corny, and it's really cheesy, and I have a feeling I know where it's going to go. So, for the moment, I'm generally pleased with them returning. And going into the company, but I have a feeling that it's not going to be good news. But to be honest, when I first heard the music, I thought Billy and Chuck were going to come out. I honestly thought that they were going to come out, and I was just like, a reunion of Billy and Chuck. But we got Miracle Mike Bennett and Maria Kanellis. It's fine. It's fine. After that, we had Jinder Mahal. Jinder Mahal, as he takes on Randy Orton for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship in a match that isn't even on the main event level. I mean, what the... And to the fact that Jinder Mahal didn't even come out last. A champion's always supposed to come out last. And they had this weird legend celebration with some of the legends in WWE and old promotions that they used to have around St. Louis area. I know a lot of people wanted to watch this match. People in in St. Louis, because, well, Randy Orton's a hometown boy. It was alright. It was nothing new. It was sort of like Backlash, rehashed with a couple of new spots. Randy Orton, for a majority of the match, dominated Jinder Mahal. He did this weird body backsplash onto the legends. The Bollywood boys, they get ejected, but then they decide that they want to fight with the legends. Randy Orton gets pissed. He once again brutalizes them again. Does some of the same spots that he did in Backlash, except without this face. The face, you know which face I'm talking about. He RKO's one of the Bollywood boys through a table. Completely just destroys them. Once again, he gets into the ring, Koloss. 1, 2, 3, just like that. It was alright, but at this point, I had started to not care anymore. At this point, I was just barely hanging on just to see what the Money in the Bank match, the one they had left, was planned. Breezango had their match, and it was against a mystery team. And you're going to find out who... Ah, shut up. You're going to find out who trashed their office. And turns out it was the Ascension. I mean, it's great to see that they're alive and that they're doing well. This match wasn't anything special. It had nothing special going on for it. Mediocre. Breezango ended up picking up the win. Nothing special about this match at all. Then we had the main event, which should have been Jinder Mahal against Randy Orton, since it's a WWE fucking World Heavyweight Championship. But we had the male Money in the Bank ladder match with AJ Styles against Dolph Ziggler, against Shinsuke Nakamura, against Baron Corbin, against Kevin Owens, against Sami Zayn, which is the main event. The match starts off with Baron Corbin sneak attacking Shinsuke Nakamura, and it looks like throughout the beginning of the match that Nakamura is going to be gone. He's been out. He's been knocked out by Baron Corbin, which is a good way to get good heel heat on Baron Corbin, because he took out the best that everyone loves, Shinsuke Nakamura. And the match was generally, it was doing really good. It was doing really good, but I'll tell you when it started to be amazing. That's when Shinsuke Nakamura returned to the match. When he returned, he was on fire, and he was one of the best things going on in that match. I know what the Roman Reigns fans are going to say, oh, how can he come back, and Roman Reigns, when he gets injured during the Royal Rumble match, how come everyone boos him? Well, that's because Shinsuke Nakamura is actually pretty fucking awesome. So he comes back, and let's just say it, let's call it out, that amazing moment with AJ Styles, where in the ladder, they set it aside, and they're like one-on-one. I honestly thought that was an amazing, amazing moment, a good callback to the Wrestle Kingdom 10 match. Holy shit, was that moment pretty good. And in the end, Baron Corbin is Mr. Money in the Bank. And generally, I think that was a good decision to have Baron Corbin win it. And that is something that I can generally be good on, generally be hyped about, that he is Mr. Money in the Bank. And he actually won it by climbing up the ladder. Well, that wrapped up Money in the Bank 2017. As you can see, I am not my usually hyped self. And do you know why that is? That is because this pay-per-view has killed my hype. It's killed it. At least for this episode. It has killed the hype going onward. Because this pay-per-view was littered with terrible finishes and matches throughout the entire card. And the only really passable match was the Money in the Bank ladder match as the main event. And look, I give some crap for Extreme Rules, and I said it was bad, but it was nothing compared to Money in the Bank. Extreme Rules was WrestleMania 33 compared to Money in the Bank 2017. Never have I felt so bad watching a pay-per-view. And to think about it, you think about it, this came from SmackDown. This came from SmackDown, the brand that everyone says is better than Raw, the brand that people hold up higher than Raw. And it delivers one of the worst pay-per-views that I have seen ever. Well, that's been it for the Excellent Reviewer, aka wrestling's #1 hype fan, except on this occasion. So do me a favor. Tell me what you liked about Money in the Bank, which is absolutely nothing. And if you want to see more content like this on a daily basis, then make sure you hit that like, share, and subscribe button. I've been Samuel V, aka the Excellent Reviewer. Not wrestling's #1 hype fan for this episode. And I will see you all as soon as I can. Money in the Bank!